This is Dave, and today's big hairy idea is on the edge of a knife. We've all had situations where we've been weighing two options in our lives, and I'm not talking about two good equal options like trying to choose between two excellent schools and you're not sure which one to go to. I'm talking about the kind of options where you know that one is actually good and healthy and productive, and the other one is easy, is maybe a shortcut, is something you know is not so good for you. So you might say, well, why would I possibly do the one that's not so good for me? But you've done it thousands of times, and I've done it thousands of times. I'm talking about the type of options where should I go to the gym, or maybe I just don't feel like it and I'll just open up a pint of ice cream and sit on the couch and watch movies instead. Should I see my son doing something and it's like, should I mention it and correct his actions and point out, exactly, give him the advice that I hope is going to be helpful, even though I've given it to him 10,000 times before? Or should I say, you know what, I'm just speaking to a wall, it's not worth it, I'm just not going to say anything at all? I'm talking about the type of actions where should I be honest and report all of my income, or should I cut some corners on my taxes there? There's always, very often a choice when we know that one side is really the honest, good, healthy side, but we really want to take the other side that is not so good for us. That might be the easy way out. So how exactly can we do this? There's an ancient Jewish teaching that helps us to make the choice we really want to be making. Because if you think about it, most of the times we take the weak option, the easy option, we're minimizing what the impact is going to be. We're saying, okay, I've told my son this 10,000 times. What difference is the 10,000 and first time going to make? I'm just not going to say anything. That, okay, I've gone to the gym, hundreds of times, and I've sat on the couch hundreds of times. Is it really making that big of a difference if I sit on the couch one more time and eat some ice cream? It's not that big of a deal whatsoever. It's like, I'm pretty honest on my taxes. What is the difference if I cut a little corner here and there? It's not a big deal. We minimize what the impact is. So there's an ancient Jewish teaching that says to do exactly the opposite. I learned this from the Rambam, who was a scholar who lived about 1,000 years ago, but it's something that's been said many times by many people. I'm not sure if he originated it or not, but I heard it this morning as well, which is why it's sticking in my mind. And the reason I heard it this morning is because we're between Rosh Hashanah, the Jewish New Year, which is the Day of Judgment, the day that we say that all of the judgment for the world comes in, like who's going to live, who's going to die, if there's going to be enough rain, if there's going to be famine, if there's going to be war. All of these things come in on the Day of Judgment according to the Jewish tradition. And this coming week we have Yom Kippur, the Day of Atonement, where we can actually take, if we rectify ourselves, and improve that judgment. We can get that judgment reversed. In fact, on Yom Kippur, we read the story of the prophet Jonah going to the city of Nineveh and telling the people that God has decreed the city is going to be overturned and everything's going to be destroyed. And the king says, okay, we have to change our ways. Everybody, go away from your thievery. Wear sackcloth. Fast. We need to change our ways now. They understood the prophecy. He believed it to be true. He got all of his people to change their ways, and the city was not destroyed because they did an atonement. They made a rectification on their behaviors. And because they saw themselves in the balance. And that's what this teaching is. That we should always look at ourselves as being in the balance, 50-50. As if all of our merits and all of our bad deeds, whatever they happen to be, are completely 50-50. And really one action can make the difference in our entire lives. In fact, not just our lives, the lives of our families, the lives of our communities, the lives of the entire world are all hanging in the balance, with just one action can potentially determine the outcome, can swing it one way or the other. So rather than minimizing the impact, we make it as big as possible, because the entire world is going to be in the balance of what happens right now. And if you think about that, look at the examples we gave before. It might be that I said to my son a certain lesson, 10,000 times I told him he has to be this certain way. But maybe the 10,001st time is when it's actually going to sink in and he's going to take on this lesson for life. And if I see the behavior and I don't say anything, I don't rectify anything, he's going to say, oh, okay, my parents just don't care anymore, whatever, I'll just take the easy way out. Or what if we talked about going to the gym or sitting on the couch and opening up ice cream? How many millions of people have heart attacks every year? For some of those people, I think one more poor meal might have made the difference. Had they eaten healthy and gone and worked out instead of just sitting on the couch and having that pint of ice cream, that they might not have had the heart attack. People who died might have lived. Everything, one little thing can make a huge difference. And so we should look at every action whenever we're weighing. Do I take the healthy, positive, energetic, honest way? Or do I take the shortcut? Look at it not like it's no big deal. Look at it as if it's the biggest deal in the world. Look at it as if my whole life might hang in the balance right now. My whole family's life, my livelihood, my entire community, the entire world might hang in the balance on this one action. Look at it as if the scales are perfectly balanced and literally on the tip of a knife, on the edge of a knife. And one action can make all the difference. If you look at your each action, whenever you're weighing what to do, if you're looking at that action not as some small, minimal thing, you're looking at it as a gigantic thing, something that can make a gigantic difference in your life, your family's lives, your community's lives, the lives of the entire world, you're going to have that strength you need to choose the positive side. Remember, you want to take the easy way out, minimize, say, no big deal. You want to grow as a person, you want to be the best person you can be, look at each decision as being as big and impactful as possible.